Yes, it happened. It finally happened. I got a new chair to replace the one that I broke, and I am buzzing about it. And I'm also buzzing about the two groups, A and B, that have finally been completed at the World Cup. So let's see to the intro. That is such a D for dad joke, which now makes us all C for cringe. But they don't call me Jimmy Cringe Dad for nothing. It's the very curious news from around my big giant brain with the amazing Conrad. Very curious news, Adam. Number one, Russia isn't as good as we thought they were, because they finally ran into a good team in their group, also known as Uruguay. And they got punished for their mistakes. Russia made one bad pass backwards, which led to a dangerous free kick, which led to Luis Suarez scoring. Then they gave up an own goal, which happens, but it came off the run of play where they were on the back foot and chasing the game and reacting to everything. So in summation, they weren't in a good way. And then they got a red card. Well, it's actually 2 yellows in 36 minutes because that guy was a maniac. He should have got a straight red for what he got. And then they gave up another goal on a set piece, which has nothing to do with being a man down, because it would have been even numbers in the box because Uruguay would have left a few guys back. And it couldn't have been a worse day for Russia for one reason, and one reason only. It was crystal clear that they're not good enough to run with the big teams, no matter how much HGH Putin orders to be put in the players. So it'll be interesting to see how they fare against Spain, who I believe still haven't played their best yet in this tournament, but somehow still figure out a way to get results, which is what winners do, I guess, but they haven't been all that impressive so far. And now speaking about Uruguay, they won a group that they should have won, which had to be one of the easiest groups in recent memory. But I think what's most worrying, especially if you're their opponent, which is going to be Portugal next, is that Uruguay got better with each game. Against Egypt, they seemed nervous and tense and needed a late goal on a set piece to win it. Then against Saudi Arabia, I didn't think they played particularly well, but they got the result, which is a sign of a good team. And Luis Suarez got a goal, which was good for his confidence. And then against Russia, I just thought they were superb because Suarez scored again, Edinson Cavani got his first goal, which will be good for his confidence, and Diego Godin was on fire in the back, which led to them only being the fourth team to not give up a goal in the group stages after winning all 3 games. Though fun fact for you, neither one of those previous teams to not give up a goal and win all 3 games went on to win the tournament. So I don't know if that's the best thing that could happen to him. However, maybe the most important player in this game, and quite possibly for the rest of the tournament, is Lucas Torreira, the 22-year-old defensive midfielder from Sampdoria who's being linked to Arsenal, and if Arsenal get him, that would be a great signing, who focuses on doing his job and his job only, and not trying to be anything else. And that's what makes him so good at what he does. He works and works and works. He's very positionally aware, and he's got very good feet to help the team transition from defense to the attack, which is what a lot of countries could use right now in their team. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles the talented and experienced Portuguese midfield. Very curious news, Adam. Number 2. And the award for the most disappointing team so far in the World Cup is Egypt, who came into the tournament with so much hope and promise and potential due to their superstar Mohamed Salah being a superstar, but then nothing. 3 games, 3 losses, including a 2-1 loss to a below-average Saudi Arabia team that was running through them by the end of it. And included in all that is a ton of turmoil behind the scenes that could see Salah end his national team career. And okay, fine, they did more than just nothing. They started the oldest player in World Cup history, 45-year-old goalkeeper Assam El Hadari, who made one of the saves of the tournament on the first penalty he faced today, proving that because I'm younger than he is, maybe I should lace him up again. I mean, it's not like we're qualifying for World Cups, you know what I'm saying? As for Saudi Arabia, not only did they end a run of 12 World Cup matches without winning, their last victory was in the 1994 World Cup over Belgium, they also completely busted all of our predictions in Group A, so I don't think I'm gonna have to mail too many stickers out to everyone. Very curious news, Adam. Number 3, Ricardo Quaresma finally gets all the headlines. Or I thought that he would after he scored what looked to be the game winner against Iran with a ridiculous outside of the foot curler from outside of the box, which, if you didn't know, is something that Quaresma is known for. He's got some incredible skills, and which will definitely be up for goal of the tournament. But Cristiano one-upped him, as Cristiano Ronaldo does, by missing a penalty, which was very nice of him to do to make Leo Messi feel better about his miss, or I assume Messi would feel better about that. And by only getting a yellow card when he probably deserved a red for intentionally elbowing a guy in the face. And yes, I know the Iranian defender leaned into him a bit and baited him, but Cristiano should know better. And yes, I also know that Cristiano didn't catch him clean, but it's not about how clean you catch somebody, it's about intent. And his intent was to strike the player, which he did. But the center ref, after consulting VAR and the monitor, only gave him a yellow, which proves that the refs didn't have the balls to throw him out, thus proving that Cristiano is bigger than than VAR. But then VAR rightfully ruled for an Iranian penalty, which, though it felt a bit harsh because it hit the defender's hand as his eyes were closed. I don't know if that should make a difference that his eyes were closed, but I don't know. And Iran buried the penalty to make it 1-1, which is how that game ended, just as VAR was awarding Spain their second goal against Morocco. It happened at the same time, which tied their game up 2-2. But in fairness to VAR, it was the right call. Iago Aspas was onside when he headed it in, which gave them a huge 2-2 result, but the lowest point total to win a group since the Americans did it in 2010. USA, USA, USA. Also, speaking about Spain overall, despite having 70% of the possession and having 3 times as many shots as Morocco did and 6 more corner kicks and their undeniable talent, it still felt like that Morocco wanted to win the game more. So if Spain want to do something special this tournament, they're going to have to channel their inner Morocco and Iran. Because both of these national teams should leave Russia with their heads held high as they prove to all of us and to their opponents and to themselves that they could hold their own and take it to some of the best teams and players in the world. And speaking from personal experience, when I had the opportunity to take on the eventual World Cup champions in 2006, where I believed that I got to prove myself and did against some of the best players in the world, I know that that will be something that they always carry with them, even if they didn't get out of their group like they maybe deserved. Anyway, that is it. That is all I got. So now it is your turn. Uruguay and Russia were the deserved teams to advance in Group A, no question. But were Spain and Portugal the deserved teams in Group B? Maybe, maybe not. Also, how are we feeling about VAR? Is it good? Is it bad? Are you in the middle? Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe, of course. And then, as an FYI, I'm getting a ton of Warm Baller stickers shipped to me very soon. And when that happens, I'll reach out to everyone that got their group predictions right so I can pimp you out with some of the goods. So make sure you check back in on the comments that you left on the updated group previews if you think you got your group prediction right. And then follow the instructions that I will leave there. All right? Cool. All right, now I'm leaving. Later.